last year during the season in the NHL. Went over to the World Championship. Was great. He was the MVP.
Nashville Predators, NHL October 18th. Volume decreased to 4.
You got to
6
think that
sliders.
boosted his confidence, and he is ready
Shuffle.
to go
Action net.
tonight.
Contains
At the other
style. 1
end,
October.
Ben Scrivens.
Complimentary
29
YouTube.
saves against Montreal on Monday for his
Evolution's
You got to think that
in the shining showdown.
helped Finland win
YouTube
the silver medal.
October.
You got to think that boosted his
Over to the
confidence.
players.
And he's ready to go
On the NHL last season,
Not
so
an area
both
goal.
goaltenders are brand new. 31-year-old Brian
saves
Elliott on for the Oilers, but they need him. Johnson. Cam Talbot got better as the season went on for the Oilers, but they need him to be good right off the hop early in the season.
YouTube video. Complimentary. October 12/2016 Calgary Flames. Edmonton Oilers. YouTube and 3 more pages. Personal Microsoft Edge Media. Complimentary YouTube video play. 0% for review scroll.
Power on, power right away. Nugent hopping off.
Nashville will play
NHL 2000. Nashville Predators.
on the road.
YouTube video player. NHL 2000. Nashville Predators. Complimentary YouTube video. NHL 2014 10/29 Nashville Predators vs Edmonton Oilers. YouTube and 3 more pages. Personal Microsoft.
Harrington plays it up around the boards. And Nugent Hopkins thunders down the middle and gains the blue line. Hall up there with him, drifting out near the circle. He'll move up to the corner now as they try to coax that puck loose. It comes to Hall. It was bouncing around on a little bit. He's got it again. Scoops it back to the blue line. Powered in towards an end by Harrington. Knocked away. Harrington back there, banging his stick in the ice, seeing if it'll come back.
Microphone.
Meanwhile,
Slider
play
25.
along the half court there. Everly
Edit. Read
looking for
only.
it.
Button.
And the Predators will come away.
Edit. Read only. Plus. New check.
Peter
25.
Laviolette as the puck is cleared in.
Current value. 27. 44. 17. 6. 8. 9. 20.
Roy trying to get to that puck. Twisting and turning along the boards. That was Roy getting it back out. Ellis trying to fire it in. Yakupov looking for it. Puck comes up and around, tapped by Ellis. Able to keep it in, gets it up back of the net. Craig Smith was lurking there just off the edge of the crease. He'll park himself right there looking for a puck. Now he jumps up after it. This is Smith. Comes loose. Good little bit of work. Oh, he almost took that in. It did. Referee waves it off.
Oh, he's going to say he blew the whistle too early, but I don't think that's reviewable either because that puck was still loose when Craig Smith tucked it home. Looked like Ben Scrivens had it and puts it in with a poke that's currently must do and maybe underneath the heel net, but he pressed it last
Moment here, right?
will get his other
Side.
the points do. And I disagree with you.
Yeah, check on it off if you're laughing.
But the fact that Jim Walsh went over there, talked to him, explained his decision, there's not much you can say other than I disagree with you. On you go.
Referees in this league are the best. Having spent some time in Europe, watching a lot of hockey over there, not to disparage those guys, but you don't realize how good the referees are. Yes, they make mistakes, but in general, they are so good in the NHL most of the time.
That's why it's a story when they make mistakes because it happens so rarely. And the ones that communicate with the players and the coaches are the ones that the players and the coaches in turn respect and have cleaner games played around with. So rarely. And the ones that communicate with the players and the coaches are the ones that the players and the coaches in turn respect and have cleaner games played around them.
You can whine about the officiating. It's part of the game. It's part of what fans do. And players and coaches to a lesser extent. But you have to acknowledge these guys are the best in the world at what they do. So there we go. Back to matters at hand. Seth Jones plays it up and ahead. He's pretty good. Oh, he almost took that in. It did. He waves it off.
He's going to say he blew the whistle too early, but
It's a 1-0
I don't think that's reviewable either because that puck was still loose when Craig Smith tucked it. And all of a sudden, mental health issue about it. It's a return respect
In your body.
early on, but this one still scores.
And you wouldn't want to get too much of a bee in your bonnet at this stage. 18:25 still to go in the first period. A long night ahead to put that aside. But yeah, you'd be ticked off if you're Laviolette.
But the fact that Jim Walsh went over there, talked to him, explained his decision, There's not much you can say other than I disagree with you. On you go. Explain the stick around.
They're so
The players and the coaches
and players and coaches to a lesser extent, but you have to acknowledge these guys are the best in the world at what they do. Got in front of it, and he had Beck up there with him, trying to go all the way across for Ellis, but it's picked off, and the Oilers will come back, and Purcell was in offside on the play.
The Edmonton Oilers, it's key for them to get out of their own end. They have full control, one guy in forechecking, and they can't connect on a bank pass to the winger, and that gives the Nashville Predators full possession, and they come right back in the Edmonton zone. It's those simple little plays that the Oilers have to be good at to move the puck efficiently out of their own end, and then let their skill go on the attack because they still have the puck.
Weber plays it down there. That is going to be an icing call.
Shea Weber, the captain of the Nashville Predators, one of the very best in the world. You think he's important in Nashville? Look where he ranked last year. That's a lot of firsts, and the only second is in goals. 23 as a defenseman. He does it over the course and leads them in ice time as well. He does everything for getting shots in his passing. Continues to do so for Peter Levy this year.
All-time franchise leader amongst defensemen in goals, points, three-time Norris finalist of the league last year. He is great, one of the greats.
You read his bio, all the things he's won playing hockey. Junior, Olympics, World Juniors, you name it. He's won it, except the Stanley Cup.
Hall, Nugent Hopkins. Eberle's going to dart over after it. Looking for that puck. Here's Hall. Finds a little bit of an opening. Oh, nifty little move to find another one. And then gets it around for Eberle. Eberle is pulled down. Nugent Hopkins to Hall. Nobody in front. Hall plays it backward towards the blue line. Petrie fires one in. That sits wide. Rene snapped at it there with the trapper. Here's Ferris. Moved it down low. Turning out in front with a quick shot was Eberle. And it's knocked over towards the corner. Boy, love watching this Oilers line. They're so excited. Nugent Hopkins, Eberle, Hall. They can really get it going. But here comes Yakupov. Drops the shoulder. Tried to force his way inside. But the door was shut. And the puck is cleared. And that's going to be an icing call on the Predators.
And you mentioned it, Paul, that top line for the Edmonton Oilers and what they can do with the puck. Grabs it, little pick here from Taylor Hall to Green. And then he continues to float the puck. Grabs it, little pick here from Taylor Hall. Shot. Rebound, puck pursuit. That's how that line needs to play to be successful. Good work by Jordan Eberle, not being stationary in the offensive zone.
Weber tucks it up quickly ahead. They like to move that puck quickly. And stepping down in over the line. Getting outside wide was Rivero. Up to the corner. Neal. Rivero lurking down in front of the net if they can get it in. This is Jones. Fires it up around back of the goal. Mike Rivero. Back out to the line. Puck fired in. Right in front of the net. Fired. What a stop by Stebbins. And it's covered up. Oh, that was a glorious opportunity for James Neal. Oh, that was a glorious opportunity for James Neal. Right there, right there.
This number one line getting it done for Nashville this time. This is Mike Rivero, one-on-one. Not a great skater, but watch Bain buckle his knees as he goes to block that shot. Little pull to the middle, he's going to take a wrister. That makes Bain tighten up, and that opens him up going wide. And then here you see that rebound. Look at the athleticism, spirit is getting across, take away from James Neal, who has one of the best, the quickest releases in the world. He's going to take a wrist, Bain. Done for Nashville as he goes. This is Mike Rivero, one-on-one. Not a great skater, but watch Bain buckle his knees as he goes to block that shot. Little pull to the middle, he's going to take a wrister. That makes Bain tighten up, and that opens him up going wide. And then here you see that rebound. Look at the athleticism. Spirit is getting across to take away from James Neal, who has one of the best and quickest releases in the world.
Neal had a hat trick the other night in Nashville's home band. The headline the next day in the sports section was, "How do you like me so far?"
If they have you go well,
Oh, people up coming again with his first. Comes up off the post. Matt Cullen back into the lineup, playing his first game of the season, and he pinged it off the iron right there. Here's Cullen again. Oh, tried to center it, went off the skate. Another chance right there for Smith. Oh, Craig with some great pressure. And Scrivens bending but not buckling. Play back in.
A huge save.
Played up quickly there. Joensuu tips it up and ahead. Hendricks. Joensuu over there to help out. Draisaitl looking for it. And the puck will come back to the line. Kept in. Hunt moves it up around back of the goal. And the fans looking for a penalty. That was Hendricks, who was dumped up behind the net. Draisaitl comes in, tries to force his way in on the wraparound, settled it out in front. Nice effort there by Draisaitl. He had Purcell out in front of the goal. Draisaitl after it here in the corner now. Purcell jumping over to help, but not quite in time. Long flip pass up ahead. They'll race back after it. Perron gets it up ahead. Draisaitl up to the line. Ellis. Ekholm. Both teams making changes. Predators pretty much wholesale, save for Ekholm, the puck holder. And he's chased out there by Hall. Puck moved up ahead. Striding up, getting to it is Neal. Circles back and shoots. Shoulder high. And sucked in and held by Scrivens. Nice pace to start this one off. No score yet on Scotiabank Wednesday night hockey.
In Edmonton's win over Montreal on Monday, Boyd Gordon didn't have a goal or an assist, but he played a huge role. As a team, the Oilers blocked 21 shots, 5 of them by Gordon. Now, he got through the game okay. His shin pad's a bit of a different story. Suffered some damage with a crack on the kneecap. The issue has been taken care of and resolved for tonight. Gordon says in the past he suffered a broken hand as well as fingers, but it's never broken his spirit for one of the toughest jobs in hockey.
Look at those shin pads, old school. Change the plastic, but not changing the pad. Looks a lot like mine, except mine never got cracked with blocking shots.
Ribeiro plays it out. Forsberg up along the boards. Smith jumping up into the mix. Ribeiro, Forsberg, and Smith. Here's Ribeiro. Gets it out. Smith shoots. Quick shot. That was blocked on the way in. Speaking of shot blocking, that was Nugent Hopkins who got in front of that. And now he'll go back the other way and over the line. Puck just bounced away from him. And wheeling and dealing back at Smith. He comes in. Drops it on. Roy plays it through. It was deflected on goal. Scrivens stopped that. It'll come up into the corner. Roy for Smith at the end of a long shift. Got it in front. Matt Cullen with the quick. Roy plays it through. It was deflected on goal. Scrivens stopped that. It'll come up in the corner. Roy for Smith at the end of a long shift. Got it in front. Matt Cullen scores.
Patrick Maroon! He gets 35. Edmonton Oilers. Another turnover. Tyler Pitlick takes advantage, and it's 2 on Edmonton. And this is almost a bad read by Larson. He gets caught flat-footed, allows his man to go through, but what a play by Russell breaking it up. Quick transition game, and sometimes simpler is better. This is a simple play where you're looking for pass all the way, and instead of making the pass, the push release is under the arm of Elliott.
In his 17th NHL season.
This one goes right underneath. He overplayed it to the outside and it found room underneath the elbow. Tyler Pitlick's been a 5-year print.
In his 17th NHL season is Cullen. Just activated off the injured reserve for this road trip. He sustained the ubiquitous upper body injury. All that nonsense. It was an upper body or lower body. Because they used to tell you, oh, it's an elbow, it's a press, it's a shoulder, whatever.
I get it a little bit for the playoffs where you think you play the same team all the time. Maybe someone targets a shoulder injury or a wrist injury. But during the regular season, you can say that Matt Cullen's been out with a bad shoulder. He's not. No one's going to try to run him and check out his shoulder in a game like this. A little more information would hurt anybody.
On the players, we find those guys, don't they?
You want to find out, you find out for her. Guys just don't care that much. It's not that big of a deal. Until you get to the playoffs, then absolutely I see a little bit of the merit in the secrecy.
Yeah, I get you with playoffs. regular season, it's a bit silly. Anyway, back to matters at hand, and this is Yakupov with it. Gets it back out to the blue line. Puck zipped in wide. Oh, what a bounce off the boards after Hunt fired that shot in. Jokinen chips at it. Arcabello plays it back. Rene dishes that off. Comes to Ellis. Nystrom. And runs into the sand there. Lost the puck and it's fired back in by Ellis. Petrie. He's given a bump. Nystrom takes it here, looking towards the front of the net. Gostad trying to get loose, but couldn't. Ferentz fires it wide. Perron after it there at the side of the goal. Perron looking around. Now Hall jumping up into the mix. Here he comes. Forces the issue a little bit. The puck is played up around. Scrivens will tee it up there, and the Predators hustle in a change, and the Oilers complete there as they get the big line out there. And it's Hall on the move. Eberle up into the corner. Nugent Hopkins coming up as well as he moves into the play. Nugent Hopkins after it here in the corner. Hall hanging down low in the corner. Eberle with it here in the half boards. Now Hall comes in, knocked away from him. Weber will start things back for the Predators. He tucks it ahead. Forsberg gets it cross ice, and Rivero was offside on the right wing.
Pekka Rinne is a big goalie. 6'7".
Now Hall comes in, knocked away from him. Weber will start Eberle with it here in the half boards. Now Hall comes in, knocked away from him. Weber will start things back for the Predators. He tucks it ahead. Forsberg gets it cross ice, and Rivero was offside on the right wing.
Pekka Rinne is a big goalie. 6'7", but don't tell me he's not an athlete. He's out playing the angle. Puck comes off the wall. Brad Hunt, get up and get wide. You don't want that one banking in off you, but the awareness, the body control, and the edge work to get off his knees, up in the air, and no one knows in front of him, he can let it go. This is why he's a pretty special goalie, and the Predators are very happy he's back and healthy. Special goalie, and the Predators are very happy he's back and healthy.
Sue pushes it up there. Boyd Gordon was looking for it. He comes after it now. Gordon along the wall. Goes down low again. Matt Hendricks looking for it. Hendricks down, back up again, and with the puck again. Getting a little work over there from Roman Josi. Fane comes up off the boards. Marincin was up there, and he did a good job to coax it back in. Joensuu looking for it here. Pokes it along the boards, back out. Fane gets it over, wristed towards the goal. Marincin got that shot away, and it comes over, and it hopped by Fane. Marincin will take it. Oh, he was ready to take off, but didn't have the puck coming back in as Smith gets it around back in the goal. Cullen after it. Here's Cullen. Gets it back out towards the line. Volchenkov for Cullen. Looking to move it around. Right in front, Roy. Couldn't get oriented for a shot, and the Oilers will break back out quickly with some speed. Arcabello plays it in. Up into the corner. Arcabello sweeping up there after it. Couldn't get to it, and the puck is cleared.
Well, that play by Volchenkov engages on the hit. Gets knocked down and then swipes it on his way down to clear the puck up the wall. That trim play there by Anton Volchenkov.
Ekholm will set the floor here. Moves it ahead. Ellis. Personal. Long pass up, and that miss. David Perron, the intended receiver, and that will be an icing call.
Talk about Anton Volchenkov, another new addition here to Nashville. He knows he's got to get here to release the puck. He engages in the hit on his way down. There's a swipe up the wall right to Matt Cullen. Puck out of his own zone. Protect yourself. Take the hit. Rules are designed to give the defensive players an advantage with using their hands to move the puck. He does so and gets it out of the zone end.
Stealing that puck, trying to wrap around his Neal. And as he came up to the slot, it was bumped away from him. Shots on goal 9-3 for Nashville right now. Ferentz chops it up, knocked down. Stepping in is Forsberg. Pushed to the side, Ferentz. Gets it around. Petrie.
Nice play by Taylor Hall, recognizing that Purcell was not yet off the ice. Steps 10 feet to the middle, making sure there's no too many men on the ice call. Heads up play by Taylor Hall, jumping over the boards.
Cullen going towards the front of the net. It doesn't come across to him, though. That was Bork who was carrying the puck. Here's Petrie. Right up to the line. And back the other quickly. Smith is breaking in. Comes in looking for the rebound. Chipping away at it. That was Roy with the shot. Smith was with him as they went towards the goal. 10 shots on goal now for the Predators. Smith swings in over the blue line. Roy up there with him. He comes over looking for it. Schultz. Jan.20 making some headway. Chips it up in there deep. Hendricks moving up after it. Jan.20 couldn't get to it. And the Predators back quickly. Up towards the line. Back. Knocked it down. And couldn't control it. And icing called on the Oilers.
Two shots for Nashville. They're giving up chances because they're not handling the puck well in the neutral zone. Turnover at the offensive zone. 2-on-1. Derek Roy, who is a passer by nature, Kretschmann breaking in. And another save for Ben Scrivens, who's been solid in this first period.
Puck's going to bounce in. Rene will grab it.
Most confident for Buffalo.
The two-hopper into Rene's glove, and he takes no chances and holds on. 0-0 so far in this one. 1-1.
Dallas Aikens cannot.
0-0 so far in this one.
Dallas Aikens cannot be pleased with how his team has managed the puck up the ice. Far too often this first period, the Oilers had one guy isolated in the neutral zone with no support close. Seam pass looks good, but he's over there by himself. Dump it in to no support puck out of the zone. The one line that does support the puck best is that number one line. Doesn't have to be a fancy play. The fact that Taylor Hall has Everly on the wing allows him to soft chip it in the offensive zone and get some zone time. Dallas Aikens understands that. Will be encouraging his guys and probably showing them after the first period how they need to make simpler plays and close the puck so that whoever gets it has a little tight support.
And moving up there with a quick shot on the pivot was Gabriel Bork. Here's Hall. Nugent Hopkins. Hall going towards the net. And Everly up there too. Roman Josi after it. Nystrom. Tucked it across. Nystrom goes in. And teeing it up was Josi. Wired that one towards the goal. Ricocheted off the glass, and the Oilers will make a change. Ekholm. Ribeiro was an option. He moves up. Neal coming up as well. Here's Ribeiro in the corner to Neal. Oh, he thundered into his man. He really got a piece of Gordon. Puck comes back out. This is Ellis. Ekholm brings it in there. Neal looking forward in the corner. Working with Forsberg. That's number 9. Forsberg. Good job trying to stay away from Gordon. Now the puck comes up around, back to the line. Knife towards the goal by Ellis, but it didn't make it. It was blocked on the way through.
A lot of block by Gordon. Down by the hash marks. Tough spot to get in the shooting lane. He does a nice job of it.
As you heard Gene Principe mention a little bit earlier, the Oilers blocked 21 shots the other night in that shutout victory over the Montreal Canadiens. Ellis willing to pay the price. Ferentz plays it out. This is Perron, plays it back. Darting around there, looking for a bit of room was Ferentz. It was in short supply, so he had to get rid of it. On the move, Yakupov up along the boards, creeping in, gets it back towards the line. Pardon me, that was Purcell with it. On the intended receiver, and that was the
vertical score.
Here is Grant and held by the goaltender. Nothing Leonard's come up large early in this hockey game. Sabres a little bit of chasing in their own zone, just following the puck. Here's three guys on one side, leaving Will Garvey come right down the middle of the ice. Johan Larson just on the last second able to get there. But look at this, wide open, right in the gut of the ice, one-on-one with Robin Leonard, and he's able to come up with a big sip.
Stealing that puck, trying to wrap around his knee.
YouTube video.
Long pass up, and that missed David Perron, the intended receiver, and that will be an icing call.
Talk about Edson Volchenkov, another new addition here to Nashville. You know he's got to get here to release the puck. He gates in the hit on his way down. There's a swipe up the wall right to Matt Cullen. Puck out of his own zone. Protect yourself. Take the hit. Rules are designed to give the defensive players an advantage when using their hands with the puck. He does so when they go out of his own zone. Protect yourself. Take the hit. Rules are designed to give the defensive players an advantage when using their hands with the puck. He does so when rules are designed to give the defensive players an advantage when using their hands with the puck. He does so when gets it out of his own end.
Stealing that puck, trying to wrap around his Neal, and as he came up to the slot, it was bumped away from him. Shots on goal 9-3 for Nashville right now.
Next
Ricochets it up.
28 minutes, 28 minutes, 27.
Gets out to center. Steps up. Long
0%
shot.
vertically
Walked
scrolled.
and wired that one in, and Reedy grabbing it. Back. Clears it in. He's going to chase it down himself. Beck tried to get it across in front. Went off the skate of Hunt. Beck still up there after it. Poked up along the boards. Pouliot plays it out. Yakupov couldn't get to it. One cleared back in by Ellis. Scrivens knocks that over towards the corner. Yakupov ricochets it up along the boards. Wilson wheels up, slams on the brakes, gets it all the way back out, and a bridge too far for Weber. He couldn't get to it.
That's saying something because he used an exceptionally long stick. Even though he's a big man, his stick is still proportionally longer than average for his size. And that's part of the reason he can shoot it so hard.
Everly. Puck tipped out. Shea Weber played it up ahead. Nugent Hopkins to Hall. That's a bit of a muddle there in the neutral zone, wasn't it? They'll try again. Up to Hall. And can he create a little bit of space? He does with the help of Nugent Hopkins, who gets it up around back of the goal. Everly couldn't quite get there in time. Here's Neal. Forsberg is with him. And Forsberg won't get there in time, although he finished his check against Maine. This is Hall with the puck now. Dane wheels and deals there just across center and clears it in. Oilers make a change. Jones back there after it. He's got company. Gets his pocket picked by Joensuu. Back for Ferentz. He'll pump it up. Joensuu after the puck again. He and Jones with a nice little battle there back of the net. A real rush up along the boards. Hendricks. Joensuu. Oilers a bit of pressure. Can't get a shot on goal, though, although they've had the Predators hemmed into their own zone. Joensuu. And some heavy legs for both teams, the attackers and the defenders.
Despite all that, though, still no shots on net. Oilers stuck on 3 here with about a minute left in this first period.
10-3, the shots on goal. Extended possession there in the offensive zone, but you're right, they couldn't land a shot on target. Smith striding up to the corner. Petrie right on him. Puck's going to come up and around. Ellis, he's got room. He's got time. Moves it across. Ellis, top of the point. Moves it across. Roy shooting. Scrimmage kicked that one away. Nice little bit of puck movement there by the Predators.
Puck movement and body movement. That's what makes them hard to cover, is that those forwards are flowing around, feeling off each other, getting in the right spots, opening things up.
Oilers. Shots on goal as common as hen's teeth, as the old saying goes for the Oilers, being outshot 11-3 in this first period. Here's Roy. Puck moved up quickly there. Everly comes in. Nugent Hopkins. Hall. There's nothing going on. Yossi. Oh, Yossi was really charred as Taylor Hall stepped into him. Meanwhile, trying to find his way through was Jokin, and that was broken up. Oilers come back, and time will tick down in this first period.
The period comes to an end.
YouTube video for NHL season 14-29 Nashville Predators.
With a goal. Shots on goal.
Goal scored
Heavily weighted in the
complimentary
Preds' favor, outshooting Edmonton 11-3. First intervention is a panel coming up. That's approved. Rewarded 11-3. First intervention and the panel coming up.
Welcome back to Edmonton, and more specifically, Rexall Place, for the Edmonton Oilers and Nashville Predators are getting set for period 2 this morning. Dallas Eakins held his customary morning press conference. The first thing he spoke about the game.
Every hockey fan would echo those sentiments. First period summary. I can give you the shots on goal. Martin Marincin, Yakupov, and Everly. Shots on goal for Edmonton. Only 3.
That's not good, but you can read them off like that.
No. On goal for Edmonton. Only 3.
That's not good, but you can read them off like that.
No.
I have to think that they will come out in the second period much better than they played the first.
On a positive, Boyd Gordon 6-0 on faceoffs, had a block shot.
It's amazing what kind of career you can craft for yourself by being reliable in those departments.
And away comes Nugent Hopkins. Gets a shot. And
what kind of career you can
6-0 on faceoffs, had a block shot.
It's amazing what kind of career you can craft for yourself by being reliable in those departments.
And
will come out in the second period much better than they played the first.
On a positive, Boyd Gordon 6-0 on faceoffs, had a block shot.
It's amazing what kind of career you can craft for yourself by being reliable in those departments.
And away comes
Ounces.
He was a shot. Oil Hopkins. One start to the and had that shot. Here on Hopkins. This is Hall. Looks around. Back out. Wristed in. Marincin got it in on goal, but knocked away.
Good handle by Neal there. Knock it down. But he ate the icing. Just looking for a change. Pretty good hand-eye.
Just underway in this second period. 0-0. Oilers and Predators. Purcell couldn't get that. Cullen, Roy, and Smith. This has been a nice line for the Predators in this game so far. This is Ryan Ellis back after it. Tucked it up there for Ekholm. Smith. And offside on the play. Roy was about a half. Back after it. Tucked it up there for Ekholm. Smith. And offside on the play. Roy was about a half stride ahead.
Good first shift on that one line. This is from behind his own net. Nugent Hopkins over to Everly. Now watch the guys support and push people off the puck. Everly drives through. Little pit. Clears up lane for Taylor Hall for a shot. Well done with 3-on-3. We talked about James Neal being aware. He wants a change. He's just looking to get a piece of that puck to make sure there's no ice so he can't get it. I don't think goal scorer's got good hands. Watch James Neal put one that's 6 feet over his head. Like it's no problem.
Since the start of the 11-12 season, Neal ranks second in the NHL in power play goals.
He was the trigger man in Pittsburgh, and he is as good as anyone at finding those spots.
Broken down and around back of the goal. Pouliot strides after it. Banked there by Arcabello. Barely got it out. Smith navigates the blue line nicely and then turns it over. Puck played up ahead by Arcabello. He's going in looking for the return pass, but it doesn't come. Julian looking for it. Yakupov up there looking for it. Yakupov with it now. Arcabello comes up and around, moving up. Oh, snapping it in on goal was Petrie from the angle. Cullen plays it ahead. This is Ferentz. That line of Cullen, Roy, and Smith. 7 shots on goal in the first period, and they picked up right where they left off here in the second. Nugent Hopkins after it. This is Seth Jones. Milchenkov. Petrie. Here's Scrimmins yelling at Petrie, telling him he had company. After that puck is Jokinen. Back to the line, fired it on towards a goal by Yossi. Knocked down but kept in. Jokinen over to the other side. Puck fired towards the net. It was blocked. Beck was down there looking for it. And the Oilers will start back. Weathering the storm there. Hall got it across. Nugent Hopkins feathers it up there for Everley. Schultz played it over. Snapped in. Rene out to play. Roman Yossi gets it up ahead. Bork banked it. Schultz. Yoensu up the middle is the receiver. And couldn't get past Ekholm. Right on him.
Takes him right across the center of the ice, not giving up any space.
This is Schultz, walks it to the corner, looking towards the front of the net. Gordon in there to help out. A bit of a rush there along the boards as they coax it loose. Puck will roll out. This is Yoensu, back up to the corner, looking towards the front of the net. He had Hendricks trying to get in there. Now he's after it in the corner. Yoensu couldn't knock it down there back of the net. Cross ice, looking for the return feed was Nystrom. You can hear him yelling, Ellie, Ellie for Ellis. But he couldn't get it over to him. Purcell in over the line, shooting! That one dumps off the boards and back out, up towards the corner. In there, Purcell was looking for it. Puck comes to the line. Oh my goodness, Neal was almost gone.
You better be sure when you step up like that, Mark Fame was. Intercepted that pass.
Oh, tantalizing for Neal. And he's up there, and he's almost the recipient of a giveaway there at the blue line from Fane. The Maluk following Neal around on this shift. Couldn't come up with it. Then it goes off the skate of Weber and out. Yossi plays it up ahead. Neal played it in. Yossi. Lots of long stretches in this game without whistles. Somebody has a dinner reservation, to be sure. Draisaitl moves up, dances in front. Nice little move. Good little shot. And Rene stopped in that time. But quite an effort from the young player.
Nashville Predators dominated that first period, in large part because they got under the zone so cleanly. The initial forecheck period, in large part because they got under the zone so cleanly. The initial forechecker was handled by the Nashville defender, and they made the right play under duress, trying to make his mark, so they didn't have to spend any time in their own end. When you do that, you give yourself chances to create stuff going the other way. The right play under duress to get into the clear zone, so they didn't have to spend any time in their own end. When you do that, you give yourself chances to create stuff going the other way. The Predators did a beautiful job of it in the first. We're just going to try to split that with some tighter second match on the board here.
Brought to you by BioSteel Sports Nutrition, the natural choice for everyday performance. Drink the
Player.
Nashville Predators dominated that first in the first.
Rolls into Scrimmins, and discretion the better part of an hour there with Matt Cullen cruising right in, looking for a loose puck. Scotiabank Point Center Hockey still zeros on the board. Looking for a loose puck. Scotiabank.
The commercial break, and he certainly has had success while playing in Prince Albert in the Western Hockey League. And the bio is brought to you by Boston Pizza. Leon Draisaitl not being sent back to junior, his 10th game tonight, which triggers the first year of his entry-level contract. He could go back, but at 40 games, that will then automatically use up the first year of his unrestricted free agency. What a day and night on Monday. Told he was staying. The Oilers won all on his 19th birthday.
On the way back out is Johansson. Gets it.
What a day and night on Monday. Told he was staying. The Oilers won all on his 19th birthday.
On the way back. Quick little Powers in play. Didn't finish off the way Gordon would have liked. Yossi back the other way. Fires it in. And the rebound comes out. They score. The little Powers in play. Didn't finish off the way Gordon would have liked. Yossi back the other way. Fires it in. And the rebound comes out. They score.
What a play! The Oilers have scored in the ball play. It's 2-1. Another turnover. Tyler Pitlick takes advantage. It's 2 on Edmonton. And this is almost a bad
Almost seemed like a hard time for this line.
They were further pressing. What a chance to watch the transition game and they go the other way. 3-on-2. This is a simple play. Instead of making the pass, the quick release gets under the arm of Elliott. A disappointing start. This one goes right underneath. He
Nice
overplayed
play
it to
by
the outside.
Yossi. He's not trying to score the shot. He found room underneath. Looking for that release. Yossi. He's not trying to score the tin. And Smith finishes it.
0% vertically scored.
Nashville goal scored by
Smith coming off his career bet.
Rebound in the slot. He gets it. And Smith finishes it.
The Nashville goal scored by
Smith coming off his career best year last year with 24 goals, 28 assists for the 52 points. He has been a very good performer for the U.S. at the World Championship the last few years. I was honestly a little surprised he didn't get a bit more of a sniff for the U.S. Olympic team because he played so well for them. He's a good player.
He is, but sometimes when a good players need a little help. Breaks up the play. Stick going the other way. Here comes Shea Weber. Oh, help from your friends. Give a little rocket booster up from the play. Straight down, and then the hands in traffic to pull that out and finish it. Well done. And Shea Weber will get an assist there, but he'll get a thank you very much from the goal scorer, Craig Smith.
Puck dished off. You'll see coming in. Got the shot. That's knocked away. So Smith gets the goal. Yossi and Roy with the assist. 6:23. Everly. Oilers riding the crest of the wave of a 4-game win streak. Here's Nugent-Hopkins. Back at the line. Laurentian plays it in, and it's grabbed and held.
Go the other way. Here comes Shea Weber. A little help from your friends. To pull that out and finish.
6:23. Everly. Oilers riding the crest of the wave of a 4-game win streak. Here's Nugent-Hopkins. Back at the line. Laurentian plays it in, and it's grabbed and held.
Another good breakup for the Nashville Predators leads to a quick 3-on-2, and Roman Yossi joins the rush. You saw the shot for a rebound on Craig Smith's goal. Does the exact same thing. Far pad, puts it on Ben Scrivens, and Scrivens kicks it right up the slot. As he knew Gostad was sliding that there. Good job by Justin Schultz to push Gostad past the net. But that's a smart offensive play. Not looking to necessarily score, but to create that next chance by Roman Yossi.
Here's Petrie. Purcell gets it in front, and Draisaitl was tied up. Couldn't quite get loose. I believe that was Ryan Ellis who was stuck right to him. Back the other way. Wilson centered it across, score! Back, and it's 2-0. Couldn't quite get loose. I believe that was Ryan Ellis who was stuck right to him. Back the other way. Wilson centered it across, score! With a straight. Purcell gets it in front, and Draisaitl was tied up. Couldn't quite get loose. I believe that was Ryan Ellis who was stuck right to him. Back the other way. Wilson centered it across in front, and Draisaitl was tied up. Couldn't quite get 2-0. Beck gets the goal. Wilson 9. Puck fired in, and Arena will grab it and hang on as that skipped down, and he was quick to hold on after the wrist shot came in from Brad Hunt.
The Oilers actually started this period a little bit better, but they fallen down to pass through the feet of Petrie. Nice pass. Jokinen center lane drive takes up Ferentz, and Perron cannot get back to Beck. Step behind the entire length of the ice. And a well-executed 3-on-3. Beck keeping his feet moving, stay in front of his checker, and an easy one for him to push past scrimmage for his first of the year.
Everly up there pressuring. Nugent Hopkins as well. Puck comes in over the blue line. If you've been flicking back and forth, I can tell you the San Francisco Giants have just won the World Series in Game 7, 3-2 the final score. Bumgarner pitching 5 innings tonight. I got to think he'll get a few votes for MVP of the World Series. Forsberg just chips it wide. Nugent Hopkins shoots. Quick little release, deceptive. And Rene made the save, and knocked down was Everly. He gets up slowly over on the far side, but back into the play. Nugent Hopkins with it. Everly down there to help out. He's got it now. They switch off along the boards. Hall looking for a bit of room. Nugent Hopkins going after it. Here's Hall. Oilers with possession, but it's on the perimeter in the Nashville zone, not in front.
Shea Weber, Roman Josi, good defenders, make it difficult.
Neal pushing it up around back of the Oilers' goal. Draisaitl chips it up. Cullen. Schultz back after. Cullen. Puck chipped up. Rene just deflected into the corner. Gordon was coming around after us. Smith back in his own zone to intercept. Chopped out there by Ferentz at the blue line. Roy knocks it ahead. Smith explodes through there, but couldn't keep up with the puck. Seth Jones just taking his time. Sets the floor. Kostad couldn't get to it. Ellis plays it up, and in there and grabbed and held by Scriggins. A couple of quick goals from the Predators have them in command on Wednesday Night Hockey.
Ryan Nugent
Them in command on
by nature, but he has been adamant that he's trying to get a more shoot-first mentality, and he has a very good wrist shot as he beat Pekka Rinne from distance in this second period alone. He's come off the wall and not looked to defer. Look to generate offense through shooting the puck, getting to the net, and maybe you get a goal because you can beat a goaltender from 30 or 40 feet, but maybe you can also create a scrambled opportunity, and that's a good sign that being a little bit more assertive with the puck and not always looking to feed it off to one of his wingers.
3 goals, 2 assists so far this season for Nugent Hopkins heading into this game.
Yeah, you see that first shot that rang off the bar. When you shoot it like that, you wonder why you wouldn't shoot it more often, because he can really bring it.
And then that little wrist shot a few shifts later. Nice, deceptive, quick release. Josi couldn't keep it in, just squirts by him. He hustles back. Nugent Dangles there for a second, tried to feed through to Everly. Scrivens plays it right back. Long pass comes out. And the shot comes in. Rene makes the save. Nice thought, that long pass up to Yakupov, but they couldn't quite finish off that time. Hockey everywhere on the various Sportsnet channels tomorrow night. Doubleheader on Sportsnet 360. Kings and the Penguins. Always love to watch Sidney Crosby and company play. And then the Montreal Canadiens on a Western road trip. They will play the Vancouver Canucks. Ryan Miller picked up career win. And the shot comes in. Rene makes the save. Nice thought, that long pass up to Yakupov, but they couldn't quite finish off that time. Hockey everywhere on the various Sportsnet channels tomorrow night. Doubleheader on Sportsnet 360. Kings and the Penguins. Always love to watch Sidney Crosby and company play. And then the Montreal Canadiens on a Western road trip. They will play the Vancouver Canucks. Ryan Miller picked up career win number 300 last night. Brown Schultz shoots, knocked down the way through. Hall turns, spins, and couldn't get it on goal. Back out, Schultz's shot, and that was blocked nicely. Bork got in front of it. And the puck played in by Nystrom. Talked off the top of the show about how the Oilers have been blocking everything. Shot comes in there, Scrivens stopped it. A couple of nice efforts there by Nashville, blocking shots in their own end. Puck skips up around Yakupov, up there, pressing. Past the halfway point of regulation time in this game. Oilers down 2-0. Had 10 shots on goal, 3 in the first, 7 so far here in the second period. Volchenkov. Lots of room, stepping in is Fane, a long shot, and Rene will stop those.
Go first with a lot of start this year.
That was a quick shot by Fane right off the faceoff. Laurentian moves it up and gets it down the ice. Well, I mean, just to close your point, and I agree with you, rushes it out, and he goes, he plays, has a great tournament, and that had to have been a bit of a springboard for him.
It's undeniable that it matters more to the European players than it does to North Americans, and you can see the Stars always, if they can, head over there to play when they're available.
Last year, case in point, Ovechkin goes. And he plays in the tournament. Malkin will go when he can. And they ended up winning it. This is Hall. Everly with Hall. Off towards the corner. Nugent Hopkins hanging back with the circle, but the play disintegrates anyway. And Jones with it. Long pass up there to Roy. And over the blue line, Cullen with him. Smith up there in the mix as well. Hunt plays it out. This is Hall moving in. Looking. Shoots. Oh, wrestled down. Rebound forward in front of the net. Great chance for the Oilers there. Hall with the shot that seemed to handcuff Rene. Puck played back up along the boards. Rivero couldn't get to it. Now flying up there is Forsberg. That's a Neal who's lost his stick momentarily. Puck rolling around. Neal after it again. This is Hall. This banks it to the blue line, but not out. And wrists it back in towards the net. Knocked away by Scrivens. And this time, the Oilers make sure they needed a change. Some heavy legs out there. And it's an icing call.
Gal thinking to be again with each sign up with that one. They'll all get shipped back.
Get 100 career goals. He did that the other night, and Hall's not far behind him. Wilson clears it in. Heather, a little bit of trivia too with Taylor Hall. I'll get to in a second for your next sports quiz. Puck comes back out, top of the point. Yossi worked it back. Yossi again. Just feathers it up there towards the circle. Comes back out to Yossi. Couldn't get a shot. Wristed in by Weber. And by Weber. Waved off. Rene out to play it. Oh, whoops. Looked up and saw the troops pouring in over the hill. Gostad plays it in. Across, hanging back to Pouliot. He gets it and tried to step his way into the slot and unload with the backhand, but everything got gummed up as he hit the slot. This is Ellis, steps in. Ellis waits, get to the cross, right in front, walking up in there was Bork. Oh, knocked down, Everly. Puck up ahead, Purcell sends it back in front of the net, and back to cover was Gostad to break it up. And play whistle down. Ekholm rather groggy.
Well, it was his own guy. It was Eric Nystrom trying to get through on the back check, and he skates right through Ekholm's ice right there, knocks him over, spins him around, becomes a 2-on-1. Ekholm's ice right there, knocks the elbow. Knocks him over, spins him around, becomes a 2. Skates right through Ekholm's ice right there, knocks him over, spins him around, becomes a 2-on-1. And what a play by Ryan Ellis here. He just get a piece of that. As David Perron was available on the back door. And Frost looking for his first, stretches it out, rolling the right door. That speaks volumes for how successful they Connor. Well, they don't putting. Although there's some pretty good ones available this year. Connor McDavid is putting on a show in the OHL with the Erie Otters.
Well, the poor Buffalo Sabres really, I guess, good at that.
Well, they know themselves. To be playing in Buffalo last week.
Brown trying to walk out. Penalty coming up. It is going to go against Nashville. Oilers get the extra attacker out there. And big time need of a goal in this one. It's Hall dancing along the boards, back to the line. Schultz with a shot. Comes in, and it was touched there by
Hockey League coach could be harder than
play. Down, need of a goal strike on this one. And it's Hall dancing along the boards, back to the line. Schultz with a shot. Comes in, and it was touched there by Ryan Ellis. And play whistle down. When we come back, the Oilers will be on the power play.
Last Wednesday, the Washington Capitals were here, and this man, Barry Trotz, is the new head coach of the Capitals after spending his entire National Hockey League coaching career with the Predators. He was one of those coaches, popular with his players, but he also could be hard on them, and Trotz would often, after his speeches, finish it with some kind of a saying. Well, Laviolette doesn't do that, but early this season, the players were actually inserting their own sayings after Peter was done his speech. That was just the first few days. They're not doing it anymore, Mike and Paul.
Eric Nystrom going to the penalty box, got called for the hook. First power play chance tonight.
To lay a big one on Edmonton. And you mentioned a young player trying to make his mark in the National Hockey League. Bad timing there as Russell turned around with the reverse pass and the Chuck didn't lay up his time. So the first penalty and an early opportunity for the Oilers to get this crowd back on their feet.
Power play brought to you by BioSteel Sports Nutrition, the natural choice for everyday performance.
It's 2 for the last 23, last 7 games.
Ryan Nugent-Hopkins starts on the power play. McDavid is to his left, Maroon to his right.
Back, top of the point, wrist shot. Trying to tee it up there for the tip. This is Hall, slides it down low. Schultz. Nugent-Hopkins. Hall. Schultz, shooting. And lots of train. And there are streams of the Edmonton Oilers, state involved in the building, as well as commerce and so on. So things really looking up for this franchise. Offside. This new pull-up stake, not good for the Coliseum. Another old one. Only a year left as the Islanders will pull up stakes and move to Brooklyn. Everly dishes off. Everly goes to the front of the net. Got the return feed and just tipped it wide. Almost by a hair. This is Hall looking. Back to Schultz. He'll walk it across the line. Works it down low. Shot comes in. Rene stopped that. That was off the stick of Everly. Moving up on that left side. Some chances here for the Oilers. 40 seconds to go in the power play. Draisaitl will wind it up. German rookie comes up to the blue line. Drives up. Weaves his way towards the slot. Puck comes back. Marincin moves up with a shot. Yakupov lurking over on the weak side. Draisaitl's in front. Teed up and ready to fire. Yakupov was cocked, let it go, and just misfired.
But just a little too far in front of him. It was a hard pass. Couldn't move his body.
Less than a minute to go in the period. The team's back at even strength. 2-0. Predators lead. Heavy going down there in that corner. Perron was trying to cut it loose, but back up quickly. Gostad throws it up towards the corner. Nystrom up there after it. He goes in heavily, gets up, retrieves his stick and his senses. Puck passed up ahead. Purcell batted down at the blue line. Ekholm strides back in confidently towards the corner. Ekholm takes the scenic route around. Gets it there. Ribeiro looking. Trying to get it back out. Ekholm ran into Purcell. And Purcell got the worst of that.
Love the confidence for Ekholm. Join the rush, stay in the zone, and create a chance for himself late in the second.
Ribeiro up looking.
Second intermission. They're not going to be very happy about the one that wasn't called.
It's out in the second period. Shots on goal 20-18 for Nashville. They lead the game 2-0. Second intermission coming up. Here is Darren Millard.
Welcome back to Rexall Place, where Nashville and Edmonton are just about set for third period action. It has been quite a few days on the part of the number 3 pick from this past summer by the Edmonton Oilers. Leon Draisaitl informed that he would stay in Edmonton. Spent part of the summer living with Nail Yakupov, but Ryan Nugent-Hopkins, when he heard that Draisaitl would continue to play for the Oilers, said, "How about coming to live with me?" And so that will be the case for Draisaitl, as Ryan Nugent-Hopkins early in his career lived with the likes of Ryan Jones and Sam Gagner, and after that housing help, he's now trying to return the favor to another rookie, in this case being Leon Draisaitl.
A couple of young single guys.
I asked Leon today, I said, who's going to be cooking at that house? I don't know if Nugent-Hopkins, all 21, is chefing it up for him.
If the walls could talk. Anyway, Predators up 2-0 after a couple of periods. Of note, you don't see it there, but I'll tell you, Boyd Gordon is hot on the faceoffs. 9-1 after a couple of periods. The only person who beat him on a draw was Derek Roy. Here's Hall. Neal sort of chops it in. A little turnover there by the Oilers, and it comes back out to the line. And that'll make it 3-0. The turnover cost. A little turnover there by the Oilers, and it comes back out to the line. And that'll make it 3-0. The turnover cost it.
We haven't seen too much from Shea Weber tonight.
My goodness.
Blue line. Lots of time here. Mercer can stop up and just can't hit. Nugent-Hopkins gets a little kill on the stick. Rivera jumps on it. Good screen. Hang in if you're fourth place. But look at this. Are you kidding me? Oh, much. Just trying to get out of the way if you're in front and Ben Scrivens. You're not going to find that, even if you can see it at times. And flex and boom, top shelf, left side. Makes it look effortless.
And Weber with a little smile on the bench after that. What a shot. Incredibly accurate, and what a job by Forsberg with the screen. Scrivens heard it, not a chance he saw it. 24 seconds into the period. Weber gets it. Ribeiro picks up the assist. 3-0. Ellis. Cullen. Smith. Couldn't get the handle on it. Long pass coming up from Rene. Trying to catch the Oilers flat-footed on the change. Roy clears it in. He's going to bounce out. Stepping up, rifling it on goal was Jones. And that was knocked down, beaten away by Scrivens. And Jones hustles all the way back to pick it up. Pouliot was badgering it. Ferris. Petrie, long wrist shot comes in. Jones. Over the blue line there was Jokinen. That is broken up. Yakupov muscles his way up towards the corner, looking around. Hall up there with him. Puck wristed up towards the goal. Marincin takes it. Lets that wrist shot go, and Rene right down side, grabbed it. He had Nugent-Hopkins parked out in front, but no rebound forthcoming.
We talked about how good Shea Weber was last year. Look at all the goals since 08-09. He's got 25 more than Mike Green in second, and this is why. As he pops to the middle of the ice, create a little bit of an angle, drag pulls so he gets past any potential shot block, and then just unloads. He's one of the few guys in the world that can shoot the puck that hard, that quickly.
10 goals in 30 career games against the Oilers. Ellis. Puck comes out. Nugent-Hopkins was there. Hall got it over to him. And back the other way, going towards the front of the net was Nystrom looking for it, but it's deflected up and out of harm's way as that rush was led down the wing there by Josi.
Weber getting lots of accolades. How about Roman Josi? Good block here as he gets in front of this one-timer for Nugent-Hopkins. But he doesn't just back off. He continues to make a rush, strides it out, and again looking for that far pad. This time Ben Scrivens puts it in the wall. And you see how his ice time has risen since Ryan Suter left after 12-13. Fifth in the league last year, third in the league this year. And him and Shea Weber played matching 17-40 in the first two periods.
They played about 24 minutes the other night. Each off the post. It's a couple of posts tonight for the Oilers. That one was wristed in towards the net by Gordon. Little fake shot, now cranking it up towards the goal. Marincin got it away. Johansson. This is Ellis. Carries it down. Behind the play, a couple of guys tangled up. And they finally skate away from one. With Ekholm. Purcell looking for it. Draisaitl. Oh, thumped. That was Derek Roy who we ran into. Puck down and around back of the net. Pardon me, that was Gostad who we ran into coming down the wing. Wraps it around. And Rene with the goal line stand. Petrie plays it up. Trying to step to the...
That save looked pretty up.
Middle there with a pivot was Yakupov. Petrie plays it over. And Rene wraps it around. And Rene with the goal line stand.
With another save as the Oilers try to get back to ball physically. Ekholm and Johansson get all tangled up, tied up, go down. Ekholm wants to keep him down there because now it's going to be an offside, and then There's the A-train. Anton Volchenkov catches Dreisaitl's head down. And then Justin Schultz tries to catch Pekka Rinne. The wrap around and almost does it. Rinne has to get his paddle across to seal the post, not his very long legs. Made that save look pretty awkward.
Yakupov back hooks that puck loose. Petrie pinched well in there from the left on the corner. Kicked away by Rinne. Down low in the corner. Looking around. Pouliot trying to get it out in front. He's still controlling. Petrie jumping right in from the blue line. He was up just off the edge of the crease, but the pass didn't come across. And the puck tipped up along the boards. Trying to get in behind there was Wilson, but that was broken up. Nugent Hopkins flips it in. Ekholm back to pick it up.
More line juggling now. Nugent Hopkins off this first line. Arcabello out there with Hall and Beverly as Nels Aikens is searching for some offense.
Down towards the corner. Forsberg is in front. And also jumping up into the play there was Ellis. Couldn't quite control it. Hunt gets it up along the board. Puck poked out. Hall's on the way in over the blue line. Takes the feed. Tried to dance to the middle. And he ran into Ellis. He lowered the boom on him.
Teammates from Windsor days. Ryan Ellis, Taylor Hall. Big hit from the smaller defenseman.
What a bone crusher that was. Purcell on the boards. Give it a little rub there along the wall. And puck comes.
And that's gone along.
He's out through. And we will take a pause. What a hit by Ryan Ellis. He's had 3 hits tonight, none bigger than this one. Steps into Hall.
Grabbed the hold of the stick to help that along. And Pekka Rinne now has faced 24 shots. And he's been busier as this game has gone along, but he's shown the form that has gotten him off to such a good start this year. 5-1-1, 932 save percentage, and the athleticism that was missing when his hips were not quite right. And he's back, and now so are Nashville as a playoff threat.
Second power play chance of the game for the Oilers. 0 for 1. They had 3 shots on goal in their first power play. The Oilers have turned it around from a shots on goal perspective. For what it's worth, they only had 3 in the first period, and it's now all even at 24 apiece. Nugent Hopkins over to Hall, streaking down the way, got the quick shot away, and picked up his own rebound. Swings over towards the corner. The puck comes loose. Here's Eberle, tips it back, top of the point. Schultz trying to punch it through. It was blocked, and he had to zip back there quickly. Gostad thinking about making a break for that puck. Gostad after his man there along the boards, comes back to the blue line. Walked across by Schultz, then dished off. Schultz poised back there just inside the point. Eberle over on the weak side, takes the feed, shoots, down in front, they scramble after it, and Rinne's got it. Doubleheader tomorrow night. Lots of hockey coming your way on Sportsnet 360. The Kings and the Penguins will be round number 1. Sidney Crosby and company up against the Kings. And then in the second game, Montreal Canadiens and Carey Price against the Cities. Montreal against Vancouver. All coming up tomorrow. Full night of hockey on Sportsnet 360. Hope you can join us for one, both. Take your pick. Hunt moves it across. They'll take it back. Hunt over to Purcell. Stepping up. Shoots. Trying to tee it up there for the tip. It came through. Draisaitl couldn't get a stick on it. Purcell's waiting. Draisaitl's in front. Purcell's got it here. He will walk it up to the circle. Doesn't have a shot. Back to the line. Hunt wires it. Off the boards. Yakupov couldn't control. And back down. Short-handed. Dragging that puck, eating up some time, is Olli Jokinen. 20 seconds to go on the power play for the Oilers. Looking for their first goal of the game, trying to extend a 4-game winning streak. Perron, tight rope along the line, drops the shoulder, moves it in, looking towards the front of the net. Couple of options. Mercer waits. It doesn't come to him. And it's turned over, and thundering back the other way is Nystrom. Slides it back for Weber as that great wrist shot. Puck ends up there back of the net on the mesh. And play is whistled down.
Anton Volchenkov, new to Nashville. Peter Laviolette said this morning he's done a very good job doing his job. And what is that? That means blocking shots, playing good defense. And look at some of his big shot blocking number years over the course of his career. Has crafted out a really nice career being physical, blocking shots, first in Ottawa, then in New Jersey, and continuing it here in Nashville. Can't play huge minutes, can't play against the top guys all game long, doesn't have the foot speed anymore, but he will put his body on the line for the team, and there's value in that.
Got a one-year deal, and just to your point, like one of his nicknames, he's got a few, but one of them is the Human Shield. Puck drop back, Forsberg shooting right on, and Scrivens stops that one. Good look there for Forsberg. 7 points for Forsberg so far.
A nice start to his season, playing on his number one line as a winger. Turns the puck over, and then you see some of the vision from Mike Ribeiro. He draws the checker, Boyd Gordon, kicks it back to Forsberg. And Forsberg, right now, second amongst rookies in points, first in assists, first in plus minus, and first in lopsided trades for Marty Irad. Sent over to Washington, and Nashville got Forsberg back, and kind of young talent that all teams, including the Capitals, are looking for.
Here comes Nugent Hopkins streaking down that wing, fires and rebound, scores!
Forsberg back, Irad. Sent over to Washington, and Nashville got Forsberg back, and kind of young to Washington. Nashville got Forsberg back, and kind of young talent that all teams, including the Capitals, are Forsberg back, and he kicked right
out. Game. Little scramble there in the neutral zone. Hunt comes away with it, moves up, tried to tee up, and it was blocked there at the defense. Yossi. Petrie. He took it there in the backhand, but was able to keep it in. Yossi couldn't knock it down. Hunt up there after it, into the corner. Draisaitl helping out. Nobody right in front yet as they work it along the boards. Perron back at the line, sends a wrist shot up wide of the target. And the fans coming to life here. Some hope with about half a period to go, down by a couple. But some spark off of that goal. Petrie moves it around. Petrie could hear Yakupov yelling for that puck, but he couldn't get it to him. He'll catch up to it here in the corner. Pouliot was up there, couldn't choke it down. Puck was dumped in there by Ribeiro and batted away by Scrivens. Pouliot up towards the line, poked away. This is Nugent Hopkins starting back. Over to Pouliot. Yakupov up in the play as well. Schultz up in the corner. Puck rolls around. Nugent Hopkins going after it. Spins around, tied up there with Ribeiro. And Frederick is able to settle things down and control. Mello. Bain. Hall on the way. Looks around. And Ferentz up there with him. Broken up. Bain has company. He has Ford coming in hard right behind him. And the puck chipped up over the glass. And out of play. 8:17 to go. Oilers with some spark off of that goal from Taylor. Play. 8:17 to go. Oilers with some spark off of that goal from Taylor Hall on Scotiabank Wednesday night hockey. Just a little breath of winter today in Edmonton. Puddles were frozen this morning when I went outside. Time for our Tim Hortons keys to the game.
For Nashville, it really has been their clean breakouts, not spending too much time on their own end, has allowed them to control the pace of this game. And for the Oilers, it was the lack of pace through the neutral zone, especially in the first 25 minutes of this game. They've done a better job as the game's gone along, but that first period getting down early has not helped their cause.
Long pass up there for Nugent-Hopkins. He catches up to it. Then he creates something here. Gets it back along the boards. Schultz jumping up into the play. Gets it back in the net. Comes out to Hall. They knock that around. Everly given a bump there along the boards by Ellis. Puck comes back. Hunt throws it across. Schultz fires it up. Hall lunging up there skywards, trying to pull that puck down. Back the other way comes Cullen. Looking, he's got Smith. Cullen, Smith scores! Schultz fires it up. Hall lunging up there skywards, trying to pull that puck down. Back the other way comes Cullen. Looking, he's got Smith. Cullen, Smith lunging up there skywards, trying to pull that puck down.
Heading to the Utah, opens up the fade. Great look at it. And in the end, Cullen had been so dangerous. Operate your chances. Stick on the ice, open it up. Puck comes in the middle of his body. Make sure to get in the top half of the net because Scrimmage takes the bottom away. And he's got his second of the night.
Cullen and Yossi pick up the assists. And flipped out in front there by Jokinen. Ferentz. Play it up, right side of couldn't handle that pass. Jokinen shoots. Knocked away. Jumped right up there on top of that loose puck. Jokinen then plays it back to the line. Moved back up by Jones. Beck moving up looking for it. Shot comes in. Beck in front. From a prone position, tried to direct it in on goal. And it's tied up and we get a stoppage.
Another opportunity for Nashville. This time it's the veteran, Olli Jokinen. And he's still looking for his first point on the year. And he's going to take this puck over to the far post. Attack the far post. Don't take the short side. You give yourself a better chance. But one thing Olli Jokinen has done throughout his career is play. Stay in the lineup. Plus 14 years, he's missed 19 games. He's a guy who spent his fair share of time on the injured list. That is so impressive he's been able to be that durable for that long.
Since the start of the 99-2000 season, more games played than any other NHL player during that time period. A force.
He has adapted and evolved. He was once a headlining offensive guy, now he's a checker.
And Marincin firing that one, and it's goes up skyward out of play. Cullen, Roy, Smith, 2 goals, 4 points, 10 shots is how things get divided up.
And you need that to be a good team. You need depth throughout your lineup in your offense. It can't just be Ribeiro, Neal, and Forsberg. On the road, they'll get good checkers, they'll get good defensemen. You need other guys to help out, and to have a second line of proven offensive commodities like that at your disposal that won't face the top checkers on the other team gives you a chance to have some success.
Stickless there off the draw was Gabriel Thorpe. He went after the puck and goes back to retrieve his stick as play continues. Quilliat. Over for Hunt. He will ring it in. Chenkov trying to will that puck up along the boards. Hunt moves it in. Puck was rolling precariously towards the slot there for Yakupov. That was fired and blocked. That was Volchenkov who stepped in front of it. He hits over to the bench. They do a number of the Predators. They get a line change in. Hall winds his way out to center. Everly up there. Here's Ferentz. Waits, lets the shot go, knocked down on the way through. It'll come back out. Ferentz chips it back up. Everly and Hall up there looking for room with Nugent-Hopkins. This is Everly with the puck for momentarily. Ferentz charging up, trying to knock it down. And as he's pinched up, no one back at that left point position. Smith gets it up ahead. Weber right up there. Set up nicely by Smith. Cullen after it. Here's Roy. Works it across. Cullen is in the slot. Stick in the ice. Ready to go. Ekholm. Up in the corner. Ekholm works it back towards the blue line. It'll come across to Ellis. Shoots. Goes off a leg. And wide of the goal. Puck will come up. Draisaitl trying to sneak away there at center. And back in. Zipped in on goal by Jokinen. That was directed away by Scrivens. Jokinen shoots. Batted it towards the front of the net. It rolls around. Wilson was looking for it. Puck tapped up ahead there by Perron. Beck steers it up ahead. Wilson, the 33 up there looking for it. Marincin. Knocked down. Jokinen. Jokinen dishing off there for Jones. Jumped right up into the play. Jones still with it. Wilson. Draisaitl. Stop there at the blue line. Forsberg sends it back the other way. Schultz. Ekholm back to pick it up. Puck knocked down there by Gordon. Gets it up. Jones trying to get it in front. Over to Hunt. Winds up. Shoots. Tipped just wide. That was Hendricks who got a stick on it as the shot came roaring in. Hunt. Warren got it ahead. And Warren striding up there after it. Getting there first was Ferentz. Gets it up but not out. Scrivens stops it. Rebound. Almost stepping by was Eric Nystrom, but Scrivens stopped the pad up there and was able to smother the puck.
It's been a good night for Craig Smith. Didn't start that way. Thought it might not be his as he had this potential goal disallowed in the first, but he was not deterred as him and his line were terrific second period. Jumping on a loose rebound, puts it home, and then a nice one-timer here in the third, as well as Craig Smith. The old Chichi Rodriguez celebration there, along with Matt Cullen, Derek Roy have been very good for Nashville. Andrew Ferentz picked up a penalty late here and spend the next 2 minutes or less in the box for the Oilers.
Ferentz gets called for the hook. It's Nashville's first power play chance of the game. Their power play has struggled mightily so far this year. Last 3 games, 0 for 10. Scrivens bats that one away. On the season, 2 for 26. That's 27th in the league. Good look there for Forsberg. Close in. Scrivens makes the save and covers it up.
And you would think late in a game like this, you know what, put the fourth line out there. Game's well in hand, 2 minutes left. But the power play has struggled so much for Nashville. They need to get their top guys out there. Now, he's obviously one of their top guys, but he's not on the first unit right now. He's got 4 forwards and Roman Josi. Peter Laviolette said they spent the last 2 days basically practicing and working on the power play on their ice session, so he wants to see if they got anything out of it, even though it's late in the game.
Just flipped down the ice there by Nugent Hopkins.
Nashville Predators vs. Edmonton. Music, search, combo.
Josi.
Edmonton. Yeah, Edmonton. Edmonton. Oilers. January.
But just tucked back here for Cullen. Moves it over. Cullen works it down in. Forsberg a shot. And
learn more.
comes off the netting and back down.
Edmonton Oilers vs. Calgary Flames January 21st.
Philip Forsberg is off to a nice start to his rookie to this year, but he's got to try to find a way to...
Edmonton Oilers. This checkbox up public. My skip. You. Edmonton.
7
0.
on the ball. Edmonton up for Edmonton. They swing.
Release this a little bit quicker if you want to watch James Neal. How quickly he can do it. Just that extra little handle allows sticks and bodies to get into the lane and deflect a pretty good chance up to the mesh.
Puck comes back to Ellis. Weber's the other defenseman. Wrist shot comes in. That was just tipped wide. Wilson was down in front of the net. And the puck gets by Ellis. Reached for it. Hendricks trying to get there, and Weber came over to cover up for his partner.
It's a couple pretty good bursts we've seen out of Shea Weber. One for the offensive chance, and there on the defensive end as well.
Ellis working it across. Puck just pushed in wide of the goal. Smith up after it. Smith looking for a hat trick. And puck down into the corner. Smith poised there at the circle. Comes back out. Worked over to Weber. Weber back across. Roy was looking for Ellis. Roy gets it out. Smith with a shot. That might have been the look there for the hat trick. Weber over to Ellis. Hopped over his stick. Time winding down in the game and in this Nashville power play. Ellis at the blue line and manages to keep it in. Puck is thrown across there by Roy. Penalized player is back out. The team's at even strength. Under 10 seconds to go in this one. And the Oilers' 4-game winning streak will come to an end. Wilson fires one in. Scrimmage with a nice lick.
Very happy about the one that wasn't called. And then the call that McDavid got for the penalty shot. Entertaining night in the first game. And Rogers plays on Scotiabank Wednesday Night Hockey. Oilers by 2 through 2. Here's Darren
Nashville
Lalonde.
came in, played a very good road game, got off to the good start in the third period. The second line was too much for the Edmonton Oilers to handle. And a nice run for Edmonton at home. And still pretty good little stretch here for the Oilers.
And Nashville start off a run of 6 games in 12 days on the road with this victory. Craig Smith, the first star, couple of goals.
Time period brought to you by Subway Restaurants. More fresh fuel for more hockey. Subway. Eat fresh.
A couple of young single guys.
I asked Leon today, I said, who's going to be cooking at that house? I don't know if Nugent Hopkins, all of 21, is chefing it up for him.
If the walls could talk. Anyway, Predators up 2-0 after a couple of periods. Of note, you don't see it there, but I'll tell you, Boyd Gordon is hot on the face-offs. 9-1 after a couple of periods. The only person who beat him on a draw was Derek Roy. Here's Hall. Neal sort of chops it in. Turnover there by the Oilers, and it comes back out to the line, and that'll make it 3-0. The turnover costing. Neal sort of chops it in. Turnover there by the Oilers, and it comes back out to the line, and that'll make it 3-0. And Rene right down, saw it, grabbed it. He had Nugent Hopkins parked out in front, but no rebound forthcoming.
We talked about how good Shea Weber was last year. Look at all the goals since 08-09. He's got 25 more than Mike Green in second, and this is why. As he pops the middle of the ice, create a little bit of angle, drag pull so he gets past any potential shot block, and then it just unloads. And he's one of the few guys in the world that can shoot the puck that hard, that quickly.
10 goals in 30 career games against the Oilers. Ellis. Puck comes out. Hopkins was there after Hall got it over to him. And back the other way, going towards the front of the net was Nystrom looking for it, but it's deflected up and out of harm's way as that rush was led down the wing there by Josi.
Weber getting lots of accolades. How about Roman Josi? Good block here as he gets in front of this one-timer for Nugent Hopkins. But he doesn't just back off. He continues to make a rush, strides it out, and again looking for that far pad. This time Ben Scrivens puts it in the wall. And you see how his ice time has risen since Ryan Suter left after 12-13. 5th in the league last year, 3rd in the league this year. And him and Shea Weber played matching 17-40 in the first 2 periods.
They played about 24 minutes the other night. Each off the post. That's a couple of posts tonight for the Oilers. That one was wristed in towards the net by Gordon. Little fake shot, now cranking it up towards the goal. Marincin got it away. Johansson. This is Ellis. Carries it down. Behind the play, a couple of guys tangled up. And they finally skate away from one another. That was Johansson up there, who was tangled with Ekholm. Purcell looking for it. Draisaitl. Oh, thumped. That was Derek Roy who we ran into. Puck down and around back of the net. Pardon me, that was Gostad who we ran into coming down the wing. It around, and Rene with the goal line stand. Schultz wraps it around, and Rene with the goal line stand.
With another save as the Oilers trying to get back the ball physically. Ekholm and Johansson get all tangled up, tied up, go down. Ekholm wants to keep him down there because now he's going to get offside. And then there's the A-train. That's on Volchenkov. Catches Draisaitl as he went down. And then Justin Schultz tries to catch Becker ready at the goal there with a
Pouliot. Trying to coax that puck loose. Petrie pinched well in there from the left point. Yakupov backing him up. And the puck pops back to Yakupov. Shooting! Kicked away by Rene. Down low in the corner. Looking around. Pouliot trying to get it out in front. He's still controlling. Petrie jumping right in from the blue line. He was up just off the edge of the crease, but the pass didn't come across. And the puck tipped up along the boards. Trying to get in behind there was Wilson, but that was broken up. Nugent Hopkins flips it in. Ekholm back to pick it up.
more line juggling now. Nugent Hopkins off this first line. Arcabellum out there with Hall and Everly is now Aikens searching for some offense.
Down towards the corner, Forsberg is in front. And also jumping up into the play there was Ellis. Couldn't quite control it. Hunt gets it up along the boards. Puck poked out. Hall's on the way in over the blue line. Takes the feed. Tried to dance to the middle. And he ran into Ellis. He lowered the boom on him.
From Windsor days, Ryan Ellis.
Time runs out. And Everly runs out in the second, 2-0. Second intermission coming up. Here we go to the shootout. Sixth time this season is Darren Miller.
So welcome back to the shootout.
Get both goals on and credit Cam Talbot early and in overtime. And Jonas Hiller in the second and third periods just 1-1 off to the shootout.
The Shootout, brought to you by Scotiabank, proud supporter of over 5,000 community hockey teams and Canada's 5th season.
So, to the shootout we go. Sam Bennett, the lone goal scorer for Calgary, and Mark Payne with his first of the year, the lone goal scorer for Edmonton. Back out to the line.
We haven't seen him kidding me.
Chops it in. Neal.
Goal scorer. In his first year, one draw by Tanner Hall. This is good traffic.
That'll make it 3-0.
Overtime back to a shootout. The question is, if Sam Bennett is not one of your regulars,
Neal
you have to put it in
chops it in.
skill right now. You'll go with the hot hand with your coach.
Well, you would think. Comes back.
I know I would.
Neal is not taking a shootout shot this year.
Guessing for Jarvie. First shooter.
The Flames will shoot first. And let's see who comes over the boards. Nope. Wanted over there by the Oilers and all standing up.
Monahan most definitely one of the regulars. Like Jordan Everly stepping out, ready to go.
Goals for the large hockey.
Shooting first.
Current value 0, minimum value 0, maximum value 33.
2 for 4 this season. 39.1%.
Back out to the NHL 2014. 0% 30.
We haven't seen too much of Shea Weber tonight. Nugent Hockey gets him on the puck pops up,
and he never gets it.
Kidding me? Shea Weber tonight.
Gaudreau set to shoot 1 for 2 this year. 37.5% career.
His whole rhythm was thrown off when he mishandled the one by the top of the circle. Right there, kind of kicks him out of his sequence. And that one doesn't play. Channel speed and no chance.
Blue line. Lots of time here. Marissa could stop up, and he just can't from the blue line. Lots of time here. Marissa could stop up, and he just can't. But we haven't seen too much of Shea Weber tonight. But my goodness, what a shot. Out now.
The period.
0% Flaky. Calgary Flames. Goals for the large hockey arena with large crowd reaction. YouTube and 3 more pages. Personal by Chris. NHL.
Knocked down, beaten up.
0.
What a shot.
And he just can't hit. Nugent Hockey gets him on the heel of his stick. Rivero jumps on it. Good screen. A lot of guts to hang in if you're forced for it. But look at this.
Goal.
Are you kidding me?
YouTube video. 0% vertically scored.
He just can't hit. Blue line. Lots of time here. Marissa could stop up, and he just can't hit. Nugent Hockey gets him on the heel of his stick. Rivero.
NHL 2014 and 29 matches.
And he
YouTube and 3 more pages.
One in scrimmage with a nice lick.
Goals. 0% vertically scored. YouTube video player. 1 hour, 37 minutes. Current value.
Nashville came in, played a very good road game, got off to the good start. Their second line was too much for the Edmonton Oilers to handle, and a nice run for Edmonton at home ends, but still a pretty good little stretch here for the Oilers.
And Nashville start off a run of 6 games in 12 days on the road with this victory. Craig Smith, the first star, couple of goals. Matt Cullen and Roman Josi rounded out a clean sweep of the 3 stars for the Nashville Predators. For Gene Principe and Mike Johnson, I'm Paul Romanup. For all of our crew here at Edmonton, it has been a pleasure. Stand by. Hockey Central up next.
YouTube video player.
No secrets between them. The first game,